Good morning, class 12th commerce. Welcome to accountancy period. We are doing the chapter ratio analysis. In ratio analysis, we are doing liquidity ratio, current and quick. Last sum for that topic, Assam has said that this is illustration number 23rd. Illustration number 23rd. A company has current assets 6 lakh and current liabilities 4 lakh. Current liabilities 4 lakh, and its ratio becomes 1:5, 1.5:1. 6 lakh divided by 4 lakh, 1.5:1. Now company wants its new ratio should be 2:1. Company चाहती है कि हमारा ratio 2:1 हो. By paying some of the current liability, by paying some of the current liabilities, current liability को पे करने के बाद रेशियो 2:1 होना चाहिए. How much current liability is to be paid? कितनी current liability हम पे कर दें? Let us see sir, as we know current ratio, this new current ratio कंपनी को ये चाहिए. Let us assume x rupees liability paid. हमने कितने रुपए की liability पे कर दी? x रुपए की. We know the formula current assets upon current liability. What are the current assets? 6 lakh. After making payment of current liability, what will be our new current assets? 6 लाख रुपए की हमारी current assets हैं. x रुपए की अगर हम liability पे कर दें तो हमारे पास नई current assets कितने की होंगी? 6 लाख minus x डिवाइड बाई हमारे पास करंट लायबिलिटी 4 लाख रुपए की है. अगर हम x रुपीस की करंट लायबिलिटी पे कर दें तो आवर करंट लायबिलिटी विल रिड्यूस बाय x. आई थिंक यू आर गेटिंग. एंड व्हाट द न्यू रेशियो कंपनी वांट अपॉन 2:1. पेमेंट के बाद रेशियो कितना होना चाहिए? 2:1. लेट अस क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई हियर. इट विल बिकम 8 लाख minus 2x is equal to 6 lakh minus x. Take this at that side, it will become 2x minus x. 6 lakh will be this side. So how much x value come? 2 lakh rupees. What does it mean? कि if we pay 2 lakh rupees current liability, then our new ratio will become 2:1. So this was the last topic of the topic liquidity ratio. So the first ratio was liquidity. The second we are going to start today, that is solvency ratio. What is the meaning of solvency ratio? Solvency ratio means the ratio which helps to know the company's position or the relation between long term liabilities and shareholder fund. कि कंपनी की शेयर होल्डर फंड और जो लॉन्ग टर्म लायबिलिटीज हैं उनका रेशियो क्या है. हाउ मच लायबिलिटी डू वी हैव इन कंपैरिजन ऑफ आवर शेयर होल्डर फंड. For that, here the first ratio we are going to calculate debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio, as the name indicates, debt and equity. That's why formula is debt upon equity. What is the meaning of debt? Debt means NCL, non-current liabilities. What is the meaning of non-current liabilities? Long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings. Nowadays, the correct name is NCL. Divided by shareholder fund. NCL is external liabilities, borrowed money from the market, long term. Shareholder fund, our own money, हमारा खुद का पैसा. तो what debt equity ratio tells us? This ratio tells us what is the relation between long term liabilities and shareholder fund. This ratio, ideal ratio, it can be maximum 2:1, not more than 2:1. That is, if our liabilities become double of shareholder fund, up to that extent it's okay. But if it goes beyond it, 2.1:1, 2.5:1, that position is not good. But if this ratio reduces in this way, 1.5:1, okay, complete position is good because our external liabilities are reducing. So what is the formula for debt equity ratio? Debt upon equity, that is non-current liabilities upon shareholder fund. Shareholder funds are also known as net worth. What is the net worth of the company? What do we include in non-current liabilities? Debentures, bank loan, mortgage loan, public deposit and any other long-term loan. All long-term liabilities will come over here. Next is equity, that is shareholder fund. How to calculate shareholder fund? Equity share capital, preference share capital, reserve and surplus. These are three main headings. What comes into reserve and surplus? Security premium, profit and loss credit balance, general reserve. Agar if it is given profit and loss debit balance, that is loss, we will deduct less. Capital reserve, debenture redemption reserve. So all these reserves, profit balance, security premium will come under the heading reserve and surplus. So this will be the part of our equity. How to do? Let us do one numerical now. Illustration number 20. Illustration number 26 we will be doing. We have given calculate debt equity ratio from the following information. First item is given equity share capital. I told in earlier also, sir, whenever you want to calculate any formula, first write the formula, then go ahead. NCL upon equity, NCL upon shareholder fund. The first item is equity share capital. I told, sir, equity share capital is part of our shareholder fund. This equity capital is 3 lakh. Plus we have given preference share capital. It is also 1 lakh. Then we have given general reserve. It is also part of equity. General reserve is given 1,30,000. Then we have given security premium. It is also part of equity, 40,000, 40,000 K. Then we have given profit and loss credit balance, 70,000. Here it is given only profit and loss balance. It is not mentioned debit or credit. But remember, if it is given profit and loss balance, it will always be treated as credit balance, that is profit, not the debit. Then we have given 10% debenture. Debenture is NCL 4 lakh. Not 4 lakh, 4 lakh 50,000. 4 lakh 50,000. Next is loan from bank, 3 lakh 50,000. And then last item is given current liability. Current liability we will not take here. So in this way, all the long-term liabilities divided by shareholder fund. Let us make a total. It becomes 8 lakh upon it becomes 6 lakh 40,000. When you will divide it, it comes 1.25:1. It means company's position is very good because it is less than our ideal ratio. It tells us that our shareholder fund are 1 and our out liabilities are only 1.25, little bit more than our shareholder fund. So company's position is good. So this is one sum. Let us go for another sum, sir. Illustration number 27. The same way, very simple sum. Calculate debt equity ratio, share capital. It is part of again equity, 27 lakh. Then we have given security premium reserve. I think it is part of shareholder fund. The security premium reserve is 2 lakh. Then we have given reserve and surplus. Now here little bit change is there, sir. Security premium is given separately and reserve and surplus is given separately. So when you have given reserve and surplus specific heading, तो do not take its सब content. जब आपके पास रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस का हेडिंग दे दिया है अलग से, तो आपको अगर ये आइटम भी दी हुई हैं तो यू फॉरगेट देम, उनको आप भूल जाइए. तो here we have given reserve and surplus 10 lakh. So we will take only reserve and surplus. Its sub item we will not consider because automatically all sub items will be included into reserve and surplus. Then we have given loan from Industrial Financial Corporation 20 lakh. It is our NCL. Then we have given long term provision. It is also part of this long term provision 3 lakh. Short term provision will not come there. Short term borrowing will not come. Trade payable will not come. So in this way we have given these assets and NCL and long term loan. So my dear, it comes 48 lakh upon just a moment. We have given one more item, bonds. We have given bonds. Bonds are of which 25 lakh. It is also long term liability. And share capital was given here 30 lakh. By mistake I took this figure 30 lakh. So divide by 40 lakh. Find the figure 1.2:1. company's position is good because its ratio is less than ideal ratio. Let us take one more sum here for the same topic, debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio, we will take one more topic. Sum number we will take 28. In 28 we have given land and building 15 lakh. Little bit different sum. How to do? Let us see. Plant and machine 6 lakh. Intangible assets 1 lakh. Inventory 5,50,000. Trade receivable 1,20,000 and NCL long term borrowing is 12 lakh. I am doing here sum number 28. Now sum is asking calculate debt equity ratio. For our formula, what do we need, sir? Debt equity ratio is equal to debt upon equity, long term loan or NCL upon equity. So here long term loans are given but shareholder fund is not given. That we have to calculate. So for that I told one day before a balance sheet here. This is balance sheet. Though this is not formal format, just to make understand I am telling you. Here comes all fixed assets. Then it comes current assets, right? So here fixed assets are land and building, plant and machinery, and intangible assets. These are all fixed assets. But 15 plus 6, 21 plus 1, 22 lakh. Right, and then current assets are inventory and trade receivable. It becomes 6,70,000. 6,70,000. So total assets become 28,70,000. Total assets, right? And here we have given NCL 12 lakh. Total liabilities are total assets are always equal to total liability. Total assets आपकी जब देती है कितने रुपए की टोटल लायबिलिटी होंगी? NCL हमारे पास दे रखी है, CL की हमें जरूरत है नहीं, न सम में दे रखी है न हमें जरूरत है. तो ये जो बाकी फिगर बचेगा, what it will be my dear friends, shareholder fund, it will be 16,70,000. Now both items are with us. We have NCL as well as shareholder fund. We can do it easily. So this was one more sum for the ratio debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio. Okay, let us take one more sum, last sum for the day. We have given calculate वही same ratio debt equity. We have given total assets rupees 8,10,000. We have given total debt 2,60,000 and current liabilities are 40,000. Again for the formula we need debt equity ratio NCL upon equity. Here NCL is not given, shareholder fund is not given, but we know total debt is equal to, मैंने पहले भी बताया था आपको करंट रेशियो में, total debt is equal to NCL long term loan or long term borrowing plus current liabilities. Total debt is 2.60 lakh. NCL we want to calculate and current liabilities are 40,000. So how much NCL come, my dear friends? 2,20,000. One item is with us. Now we want to calculate shareholder fund. Sir, very easy. बैलेंस शीट में मैंने भी बताया था, यहाँ फर्स्ट हेडिंग आता है शेयर होल्डर फंड, देन आता है NCL और उसके बाद लास्ट में आता है CL. आपके पास NCL 2,20,000 है, आपके पास करंट लायबिलिटी 40,000 है, टोटल एसेट्स आपके पास कितनी है? 8,10,000 टोटल एसेट्स है और ये टोटल एसेट्स आर ऑलवेज इक्वल टू टोटल लायबिलिटी. जितनी टोटल एसेट्स होंगी उतनी टोटल लायबिलिटी होंगी. इसको इसमें से लेस कर देंगे दोनों फिगर तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? शेयर होल्डर फंड. तो इन दिस वे वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट डेब्ट इक्विटी रेशियो. थैंक यू वेरी मच.